Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, where the number 10 USC Trojans will host Miami University Redhawks. We've got what promises to be a great game to close out the week. Miami trying to bounce back from a tough loss last week.
Yeah, and like you said, this one is shaping up to be a great one. I'm looking at Thrasher Baines, USC quarterback, went to the air 57 times last week, put up 2 touchdowns. Unfortunately, he had 2 interceptions, so I want to see him clean that up this week.
Well, it will be Miami starting with the ball, and they will return this one out across the 20 to the 23. That's Colin Ryan, 24-yard return. Curtis Andrews will lead his offense out. He threw for over 400 yards as well last week.
Yeah, he had 400 yards to go with 2 touchdowns. Did not turn the ball over last week, so that's a positive. See if he can continue that trend here tonight.
Well, he's going to the air on the first play of the ball game, and he's got it out to the 30. That's Kohana Attic, and that's a 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Redhawks. A good start for the offense.
Yeah, tremendous first play right there to get some positive yardage, to get the quarterback's feet wet, get him into a rhythm with his receivers. You couldn't ask for a better start.
He's going to throw it again on 2nd down, and he's going long. And it is caught and breaking a tackle, and it is going to be a Miami touchdown on the 2nd play of the ball game. And again, I didn't even see the flag. This one's going to come back, so it's going to erase a huge play. Titus Moore with a clip.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you hate to see it if you're Miami. You start the game almost perfectly, a nice short completion, and then you break out a huge one. Unfortunately, this one's got to come back.
That was Brandon Reichel that's going to have a touchdown wiped off the board. But because of the spot foul, or from the spot of the foul, it's a 2nd and 1. But another play here on back-to-back plays, excuse me.
Yeah, Miami comes into the visiting stadium, and you can tell they have some nerves. That's already 2 penalties, and we've only seen 1 official recorded snap here so far today.
So 2nd down and 6 coming up. 2 tight ends for the Redhawks. Back to throw again, and this is swung out far side. Caught, and another big play for the Miami offense. Clayton Travis, 32 yards, and erasing the memories of that penalty that wiped out the touchdown.
Yeah, Miami said, hey, you're going to take a big pass away from us. Well, we're just going to go back, and we're going to do it again. This is a nice play, well set up block out in front of the receiver, which sprung him free for the big gain on that last one.
So Curtis Andrews has come out, and he has been sharp, even though we've seen 1 pass wiped off the board, and he's got 4 receivers in the set on this first down snap. Draw play up the middle, and Hector Avila will pick up 3.
Yeah, it was a good run, a nice draw play. Miami's come out slinging the ball around, so maybe the defense was sitting back on their heels a little bit, which allowed the 3-yard gain on that last run.
So again in the shotgun, back to pass, and he's going to the far side again. Brandon Reichel, and inbounds. This one should count. And a good job getting the feet down on that one.
Yeah, good job dragging the toes along the sideline, making sure you had 1 foot down inbounds. It's a beautiful run corner route, perfect ball placement for the big gain. Miami striking quickly here tonight.
And Curtis Andrews has looked sharp here on this first drive, and he's going to throw it again. This one into coverage, and it's knocked away. Good job by the defense closing and knocking that one out of the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, that's Colby Wiersema there on the block. He's able to slot the ball down and force that one to be an incomplete.
Up the middle, a good job cutting that one back. That's Avila again. This is going to be a pickup of 6, bringing up a 3rd and short. So a good job making this a manageable 3rd down on that one.
Yeah, and like you said, you want to be in positive down and distance when it comes down to these 3rd down plays. 3rd and 4 is a great position to be in.
And another run, again Avila, or Velez, spelling Avila, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 2. And it looks like Miami is going to go for it early on the road.
Yeah, Miami on the road, they're going to go for it here.
And they're going to pound it up the middle with Clayton Travis, and he's going to have the first down, not by much, but it sets up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and that was a smart attempt to go for it. They had a good play call sitting in their back pocket on the 4th and short situation. It gets them positive momentum here this close to the goal line.
So after a little power offense, they're going to spread it back out, and they're going to go back to the air. He's got a man wide open in the corner. Blake Collins, a 7-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, and that time they ran a corner route. They were picking on the cornerback, Case Blazer. He needed to get a little more depth into his zone. Unfortunately, he was too close to the goal line, and it was a great touch pass over his head into the back corner of the end zone.
So Curtis Andrews has come out firing, and he has been on point that whole drive. 9 plays, 56 yards, ends in a Collins touchdown, and the extra point makes it 7-0 Miami.
Yeah, Miami came out firing. They didn't have any hesitation. Second play of the game looked like it was going to be a huge touchdown. That got called back due to a penalty, and they said it's not a problem. We're still going to find a way to end this drive with 7.
Kickoff fielded at the goal line and brought out to about the 25-yard line, Arian Adams. And here we go, Thrasher Baines. You mentioned it last week, over 400 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns in the win. He's going to have another big game tonight.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun to see how he responds to that last drive that his defense just gave up. Now they got to go out and put together a good drive of their own.
But they're going to start on the ground with Radman Roberts. He's going to get 4. So a positive play on first down brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and this second and medium situation means that the entire playbook is open. They can go draw. They can take a deep shot. They can do whatever they want here, and Miami's defense has to respect that.
So a bunch formation to the top of the screen, and Thrasher's going to throw, and he's got a man over the middle, but it is dropped. So by no fault of his own, Baines is going to start the night 0 for 1.
Yeah, the receivers just has to hold on to that ball. That would have been a first down. He knew he was going to take a shot on it had he held on to it. Unfortunately, it just bounced off his hands.
So fully loaded shotgun on 3rd and 6. Thrasher Baines takes the snap, and he's got time. He's going to swing it near side, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Josh Young, nice little swing right out of the backfield, and he's able to get enough for the first down and keep the drive going.
Yeah, and it was a good job by Baines to recognize the zone coverage. He knew there was no defender into his flats on that side of the field, so he dumped it off to his running back, and he let the running back take and make the play after receiving the ball.
So 1st and 10 from their own 37. They're going to send a tight end in motion right to left. And he's got time. He's looking over the middle again. He's got it complete. That is Samuel Stern. He's going to have just about 10 yards. Going to call it just short of a first down.
Yeah, it was a good job of just finding the soft spots against zone coverage, settling into an empty area of the field, and picking up nice yardage there on that last play.
And Baines hit and fumbles the football. A good job by the offensive line there to recover, but a great job by number 26, Robbie Gonzalez, to get the sack and force the fumble.
It was actually number 34, the safety, Brian Kofer, stepping up to make that tackle, coming out of his deep half to make a play in the backfield.
And as we set up for this 3rd and 7, Bowling Green over on Twitch got inside the 10, but they're held to a field goal. They take an early lead over Oregon, 3-0. And here's a big play for USC. Elijah Fraze, 20 yard, and that's a first down, and that was a big one for the Trojans. They needed to pick that one up.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Trojans needed here. A big chunk play. They took 20 yards down the field, and is exactly what they needed to kind of get some momentum back to their sideline and try to get this ball rolling to respond to Miami's 7 points on the board already.
So after the big sack, Baines stood in the pocket, completed a big one for a first down, and now back to throw again. And this one is nearly intercepted by Titus Thompson. The linebacker had his hands on it, couldn't haul it in. Big play by the defense.
Yeah, and the linebacker, Thompson, he was able to step underneath the route, read the corner route perfectly. Could have pinned 6 had he held on to it, but unfortunately he was only able to swat it down.
A dangerous throw over there by Baines. That was in a lot of cover, but Case Blazer, he's going to make the catch, and he's going to pick up a first down and 11 yards.
Yeah, good job by Blazer fighting through the contact. Number 24, Escobar Grant, had him before the first down. Blazer just doing whatever he can to pick up the yardage.
So again, to throw, again over the middle, and another pickup of 11 on back-to-back plays. That's Elijah Fraze again, his 2nd of the night.
Yeah, and that first down was set up by a well-run route combination, and Stern was actually out in front of the receiver, set up a nice lead block there to pick up that first down.
So an option play, and Baines is going to keep it, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield by Robbie Gonzalez, his 2nd TFL of the night.
Yeah, Blaines was smart not to pitch that ball off, because had he done that, it most likely would have resulted in a turnover. Instead, he took the loss, but without turning it over. That's a good play, although it was a negative play.
Holding onto the ball is always a good thing, and here they go up the middle. That's Josh Young for 5. So it sets up a 3rd and 7. A makeable down and distance here, but they're going to have to come up with a play.
Yeah, and especially this close to the red zone, you don't have much vertical field to deal with here as a quarterback. You have to look for something to the sidelines.
So an empty backfield for Baines, and he's got a man all alone, and a good job. That's Fraze on the reception and the first down, but a good job by the defense getting there and stopping him before he could get to the end zone.
Yeah, and it was a good job of Fraze just settling into an empty zone. Against the zone coverage, nobody was over there. Easy first down.
So Thrasher again and again completed. This is Radman Roberts inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Trojans.
Yeah, it was a good job of Miami swarming to that football. There was about 3 or 4 guys around the ball carrier when he caught the ball, not giving up that touchdown there.
So Baines changing the play. It looks like he's got a man, and this one is going to be intercepted. He threw it into coverage, but that one's going to be picked off, and that is number 7, Jaden Thompson, with the interception in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Jaden Thompson, he got his hand on one pass last week, wasn't able to haul it in. Here he makes the big play in the end zone to give Miami the ball back, already up 7.
So first down from their own 20, and Avila with 7 and bringing up a 2nd down. And over on Twitch, Monte Watt has scored for Oregon. It's 7-3 now, Ducks. So here we go, 2nd and 3 for the Redhawks, and they're going to go a little read option, and the defense had that one sniffed out from start. Coda Black, the big fella, making a big play.
Yeah, and Coda Black was able to come out of his position in the D tackle, make the play down the line of scrimmage, and stop that zone read before it even began.
There we go, 3rd and 4 to the sideline, and that's overthrown. So the Redhawks drove downfield on their first drive, but this time around they go 3 and out after the interception.
Yeah, and it was a good job by the USC coaching staff. Once their guys got to the sideline, they were able to gather them, collect their breaths, and say, hey, this is what we need to do to shut down this passing attack. They executed to perfection, and they got the ball back.
So good coverage by the punt team as Wiersma gets a few and sets up the Trojans for their 2nd drive of the game.
Yeah, now they have great field position. They're in a good shot where they can come back and tie this one up possibly if they can march down the field here.
So Baines going to look near side. He's got a man, and they're going to say it's out of bounds, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Trojans.
Yeah, Baines may have held on to that one for just a half second too long because there was no defender around. It would have been an easy completion. Unfortunately, he just led him a step too far.
So we got a tight end in motion, left to right, and Thrasher Baines back to pass again. Under some pressure and has to throw this one away.
Yeah, and it was a good decision to throw that one away. Baines was under a lot of pressure. Brian Kofer, once again, was having terrific coverage over there on the sideline. Baines had nothing to do but throw it away.
So the big 3rd and 10 after their last drive into the interception. He's going deep, and it's knocked away by Jack King. Great man-to-man defense there. If he doesn't make that play, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, one-on-one down the sideline. Baines thought he had a step on him. Jack King was just able to get underneath the route, go up and high point the ball. Unfortunately, he didn't hold on to it, but he still did the next best thing, which was force the 4th down.
So here you see the Miami offense coming back out, and nice balanced attack. 12 plays, 6 passes, 6 runs, and their first drive ended in a big touchdown.
Yeah, the first drive is where we saw most of those passes. The second drive is where they tried running it. So let's look for them to get back to that aerial attack they had early on.
Well, here we're going to see a read option, and it's Curtis Andrews keeping it, this time for 3 yards, setting up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, right now they're just trying to get ahead of the sticks in terms of down and distance. 2nd and 7 opens up your playbook a lot more than 2nd and 10 would.
So Andrews changing the play, and he's coming near side, overthrows an open receiver So that'll bring up 3rd and long, and that one probably should have been completed.
It should have been. Once again, we see another case of the quarterback just holding onto the ball a touch too long and leading his receiver too far to the sideline there.
3rd and 7. He's back to throw again under pressure, and again, the pressure forces the ball to be thrown away quickly, and the Redhawks are going to have to punt it back.
Yeah, the Trojans' front 7 did a good job. You saw 4 guys in the backfield almost immediately after the ball was snapped. There was nothing that Miami could have done on that play except for throw it away.
So they set up a return, and it's across the 40, still fighting. That's Colby Rizima out to about the 45.
Yeah, and now Miami has done a good job so far of forcing the Trojans into some uncomfortable situations. They've capitalized with 1 interception. Now they've got to see what they can do to stop them because they keep giving up good field position to the Trojans here.
So here's a little run to the near side. That's Radman Roberts. He's going to pick up 2. Couldn't quite get the edge. Thought he had a seam, but a good job by the defense closing him down and making a tackle.
Yeah, the defense were able to shut the hole down before it really grew into anything significant in terms of yardage. 2 yards is a good job to hold him to on that last run.
But he's got a seam this time, and Roberts picks up 13 and a big Trojan first down, and now they're on the move.
Yeah, and his offensive line did a good job of getting a nice push against this front 7 of Miami, forcing wide open holes in the first down there.
Well, under some pressure, but this time he gets it out to Ray Guerrero, and that's a 9-yard pickup. And now the Trojans starting to find a little bit of rhythm as Baines is now 8 for 14.
Yeah, it was a safe throw by Baines. There was nobody in the area. A nice, easy completion, picks up nice yardage for a 2nd and 1 situation.
And it slips out to Roberts out of the backfield, and it's going to lose yardage. So it tried to set up a screen, and the blocking just didn't get there.
Yeah, it looked like you said, they were trying to set up the screen. The linemen just weren't able to get out there to set up their blocks. They got tied up in the middle of the field. So it was a good job by Miami. Looked like they were out and bringing pressure off the edge there.
So that's going to end the first quarter. A couple of big plays by the Miami offense has them up over the number 10 Trojans 7-0 as we head into the second. So here we go to start the second. We have a 3rd down for the Trojans. They're 3 of 4 tonight. They need to pick up a big one here. Baines back to throw over the middle and caught. And that's a 10-yard pickup and another first down, and that was a big one.
Yeah, and it was a great throw by Baines as Jaden Thompson was there all over the receiver. Baines put that one right into a tight window for the first down there.
That was Elijah Frazee on the catch and a first down, and here we go for the Trojans inside the 25. And they're going to go back to the air and again set up a screen. And another great job by the defensive back getting in there and making a play. Jack King comes off the block and makes the tackle. And Roberts loses 3.
Yeah, King was able to recognize it, that it was a screen before the linemen were able to get out there, so he was able to beat the lineman to the spot and make that tackle in the backfield.
So 2nd down and 12 for the Trojans. And Baines back to throw again under a little bit of pressure and throws it over the head of his receiver and out of bounds.
Yeah, and it was a good job by Baines because all his receivers were covered. He didn't want to take a loss. He didn't want to try to force anything and have another interception. So it was a good job of tossing that one away.
A big 3rd down here. Miami trying to force a field goal attempt. And instead they're going to get a sack, and that may have pushed him out of field goal range. That's Kurt Cowell who comes in and gets a big sack there.
Yeah, and Kurt Cowell just beats his man at the line of scrimmage. He tried passing it off, but there was nobody there to pick up the rusher, and he hits him for a huge loss. And like you said, maybe pushes him out of field goal range.
Well, they're going to try it anyway. This is going to be about a 51-yard attempt, and this is Tommy Knight. The kick is up, and he got it, so 51 yards out to put the Trojans on the board. Miami still 7-3 with 8:06 to go in the first half.
Yeah, that was a good job of USC finally getting some points on the board here early in the second quarter. Now it's up to their defense to make another stop here versus this Miami offense.
Kickoff fielded at the goal line, breaking a couple of tackles. Still going. That's Javon Bell, a good 30-yard return there. He broke a couple, tried to get free, but it's going to set up the Redhawks with some good field position.
Yeah, and before this drive starts, we have another update from Twitch as Jake Brummer, Bowling Green quarterback, scrambles in for the touchdown. Bowling Green now up 10-7 over there.
While you're getting that update, Big Coda Black comes in and gets himself a sack and just rushed right up the middle, right over top of the center, and he's taken down Curtis Andrews 7 yards to the backfield.
Yeah, that was a bull rush against the center. Coda Black's going to win that one 9 times out of 10 and was able to make a huge sack, loss of 7 on that play.
There's second down and long, and the Redhawks are going to send a tight end in motion. And it looks like they're going to set up a screen. Good job stiff-arming, fighting forward, but a flag on the play.
Clipping.
And that's going to be a clipping against the Miami offense, against the receiver, Titus Moore. That's going to back the Redhawks up even further and bring up 2nd and 26.
Yeah, and that's Moore's second penalty of the game. If you recall, he was the recipient of the flag earlier in the game that wiped a touchdown off the board. So Miami really has to clean up some of these penalties here tonight.
Andrews going to swing it near side, caught by Delaney Velez, and that'll set up 3rd and 19. Not a ton of place in the playbook for something like this, is there?
No, not really. Most coaches only have about 5 or 6 plays that they can go to when you're a plus 15-yard situation.
Well, they're going to take a shot, and that is going to be incomplete. He had a man. There were 2 defenders over there, and the pass was broken up. Good hit as the ball got there.
Yeah, it was a good attempt at trying to pick up that first down, but like you said, you're throwing it into double coverage. That's not a 50-50 ball that you're ideally looking for in that situation. And now USC is going to get it back with great field position to start.
And a lot of room to run on that return, and brought out to about the 45. So they're going to start in plus territory with a chance to take the lead here with 6:48 to go in the first half.
Yeah, now it's going to be up to Thrasher Baines to make some plays and continue what he was doing on that last drive. Hopefully this time they don't take a sack in the red zone and stall out there near the end zone.
They're going to bring a receiver in motion, and he's going to fake it to him. Under pressure, had a man with some space, but the pressure caused him to throw that one sooner than he wanted to.
Yeah, Miami's doing a good job of getting men in the face of Baines and not letting him get comfortable in that pocket, because Baines can be a weapon when he gets comfortable and gets in a rhythm.
Well, he has time on this second down play and swings it out far side. Ryan Lindy, he's got 6, so that brings up a 3rd and short, and now the playbook opens back up for the Trojan offense.
Yeah, it was a good job of picking up some positive yardage and making this a way more manageable 3rd down than it would have been had that fallen incomplete.
Well, an empty backfield for Baines on 3rd down, and he's going to swing it this side, and a good throw and catch. It's Elijah Frazee again, his 5th catch, 63 yards. This one good for a first down and gets him out to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good job exploiting the zone coverage that Miami was showing there. There was nobody down in that flat. Frazee was over there for the easy completion and first down.
Little pump fake, and there you go on the wheel, and this one is incomplete. And that was nearly intercepted by number 47, Kyler Smith. A great play. Could have had an interception there.
Yeah, Smith did not fall for that pump fake at all. He undercut the wheel route. Could have been 6 had he held on to it.
Well, Baines looks like they were going to set the screen up to the right. Winds up throwing it away on his left side. A good pressure again by the Miami front. So here we go, 3rd and long. And Baines has time to throw. He's got a man in the end zone. Ray Guerrero. That's a 26-yard touchdown strike, and the Trojans have taken the lead.
And it was a great route by Guerrero, just a simple go route. He beat his man off the line of scrimmage, got it 2 steps ahead of him, and it was an easy throw and catch for Baines for the touchdown run.
So with the extra point, the USC Trojans will take, excuse me, I'm sorry. They're taking the lead 10-7 with 6:01 to go first half.
Yeah, it was a great drive by USC. They took really good advantage of the starting field position that they started with and put up an easy 7 points there. Now Miami gets a chance to respond here.
This is a big drive here, time winding down here in the first half. Need to respond here. They had a good first drive, and they've stalled out since. So 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. A good throw and catch, a man wide open in the middle of the zone, Titus Moore, and he's got himself 12 yards and a first down, and a good way to start a drive.
Yeah, and this is what I want to see more of Miami doing, is going back to that aerial attack that they had early on in the first quarter. They've tried to balance it out some since then, and USC's been able to read what they're doing and stop it. So look to them continue passing it.
And just as you say that, they go right back up the middle. And again, Avila with a big run, and they're going to stop him just short of a first down as we reach about 5.5 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, it was a good job by Avila to follow his lead blockers. They had a tremendous push off the line of scrimmage there and got 9 yards on the ground.
And a read option, and initially played well by the Trojan defense, but Andrews is going to keep it and pick up 8 and a first down.
Yeah, and it was a good job by the Trojan defense. They initially looked like it was going to be a huge loss. Just Andrews making one heck of a play, stay on his feet and pick up the first down.
And again, up the middle, and this one only good for 3. It's a good job swarming by the Trojan defense to close down what looked like a good hole.
Yeah, and at times it gets tough to see who's making the tackle, because every time it seems like USC is making a tackle, there's always 3 or 4 guys there around the ball carrier.
So here we go down 2nd and 7, and again the draw play, and this time they are going backwards. Stopped in the backfield. Eric Miller coming off the corner and reading that one well.
Yeah, Eric Miller was on a blitz there. He got off the line of scrimmage really quickly, was right there in the backfield the second the ball was handed off for the huge stop.
There we go, 3rd and 10. 5 wide receivers out in the pattern now for Andrews. He's got a man over the middle, and that's going to be a first down. Javon Bell, give him 13 on his first catch of the ball game, and it's a big one.
Yeah, Bell was just working one-on-one against linebacker Jacob Cobb there. When Bell made the inside cut, Cobb was just a step behind, and that's what resulted in that completion there.
And back to the ground on the draw play, Delaney Velez, and he's going to lose 2. So as you mentioned, the ground game not really working right now for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, it seems that they'll get one good run, and then they'll start losing a couple yardage here on their following runs. They have to open up their aerial attack if they want the running game to succeed.
So 2nd down and 12, 3 receivers set. And again, they're going to go to the ground, a draw play, and that is going backwards again. So 2 straight runs, and this one's Brandon Cox coming into the backfield and making a play.
Yeah, this Trojans front 7 has some impressive names up there. Brandon Cox this time finding his way into the backfield, and he's getting in on that party of tackles in the backfield for losses.
So here we go, 3rd and long, and this one complete. That is a big catch for Reichel, 25 yards, and a huge first down on 3rd and 15.
Yeah, and he was just working one-on-one against Colby Wiersema, and he just beats him off the line of scrimmage. When you beat the corner off the line of scrimmage like that, it gets you a little space to work with, and they were able to exploit that for a big gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 inside the 15, and back to the ground, and there's a hole this time for Velez, and he's got 7 to bring up a 2nd down and short.
Yeah, we get an update from Twitch as Puma Longtree scores on a halfback screen from 11 out. Oregon regains the lead 14-10. That game being played over on Twitch right now.
And the Red Hawks looking to take the lead here 14-10. Avila gets himself 1, and it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and here on 3rd and 2, Miami pretty much has a full playbook they can still work with. They can do a zone read, they can do a draw, they can do whatever they want to try to get these yardage right here.
So here we go, Andrews looking to the end zone. He's got a man wide open, Joanna Adek, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, and it was a great job working across the middle. It was zone coverage. Josh Young, the safety, just wasn't able to rotate over in time. And it was an easy touchdown here for the Red Hawks to take that lead 13-10 pending this extra point now.
So back and forth we go. Both offenses have marched downfield a couple of times, and we've seen it put into the end zone. Extra point up and good. 14-10, Miami leading number 10 USC. 2:52 to go first half.
Yeah, now USC gets a chance with the ball a little under 3 minutes to go in the half, so they want to put together a nice scoring drive here and not leave much time on the clock for Miami.
So Baines, you see 115 total yards and a touchdown. He's turned it over a couple of times, however, and right now that's the difference in the game.
Yeah, Baines has been tremendous outside of the 2 or 3 throws that he had. He had 1 interception. He had 2 that could have been picked off, but outside of that, he's had a fantastic game.
Well, he's got Guerrero here for 12 yards and a good way to start the drive as we go under 3 minutes to go here in the first half, and it might help them to take some time off the clock and not give this back to Miami before halftime.
Yeah, Miami showed on their first drive they can score quickly, so like you said, taking some time off the clock would benefit USC here.
And that's Baines scrambling up the middle, getting 9, bowling over a couple of defenders on his way. So a good strong run by the quarterback, the 6 foot, 210-pound quarterback, running like a running back there. And he's got it again up the middle and dragging defenders with him. This time getting 16 in a big play there, 2nd and short.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that he's running like a running back, because if you recall from last year, this is what he specialized in when USC went with the triple option. So Baines knows how to run with the ball, and he knows what to do when he finds a open space.
So here we go, 1st and 10 inside the 40, and he's going back to the air. And I don't know if he threw that one away or if there was a little miscommunication with his receiver, but that one was off target.
Yeah, that one was a throwaway. His receiver was definitely running a go route. Baines just threw that straight to the sideline. There's no question that they were off on that one.
Now throwing way back across his body. That's a dangerous throw, but again, it sails over everybody, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 38-yard line of Miami.
Yeah, these last 2 plays, Miami has made Baines uncomfortable in the pocket.
So now Baines going to set up a screen pass, and not enough room for Roberts to get away. Great pursuit by the Red Hawks defense. That's Bradley Davis coming up and making a big stop.
Yeah, and as we get ready and preparing for this punt, we have an update from Twitch once again as Bowling Green misses the field goal as time expires in the half, trailing 14-10 as they head into the locker rooms over there.
So the Trojans are going to have to give it back to the Red Hawks, and they are still trailing. So Miami a chance to extend their lead before halftime. And USC running down some of the clock here, probably a wise decision.
Yeah, and it's actually a curious call on why Miami hasn't called a timeout yet, try to conserve some of this clock. But then again, we know they can score quickly. So even if there's only 50 seconds left, there's still a threat to put up points before the half.
So they snap it just before the play clock expires, and this one is going to reach the end zone and bounce through. So Miami, if you see the total offense for both teams is pretty even, and so is the score. It's exactly what we expected.
Yeah, this is a very close game. Right now, the only difference being the 1 interception so far that was thrown by Thrasher Baines in the end zone.
So here we go, trying to set up the screen over the middle. Blake Collins, he gets 2, and he's taken down right there. So Miami's going to have to use their first timeout.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a 2-yard pickup of what you want to see, but it's a positive yardage, and they still have the timeouts in their pocket to stop the clock.
Well, that's going to stop the clock with a first down as Attic gets his 3rd catch of the ball game, and now Miami rushes to the line to snap it here on 1st and 10. 5 receivers in the formation. And again, over the middle, and he's going to fight his way forward, and he's going to be short of a first down, and they'll call another timeout.
Yeah, now with only 1 timeout, Miami has to start looking more to the sidelines to stop the clock that way.
And this one, sitting down in the zone, Hector Avila, he's got 11 and a first down, so the clock will stop while they reset the chains and give Miami a chance to hustle to the line. Here's Andrews, back to pass again. He's got a man over the middle again in the soft zone, and that is going to be good for another first down. And it's Avila again, just sitting down in the zone and making a play.
Yeah, right now stopping the clock while they reset the chains is Miami's best friend on this drive.
So again, the soft zone by USC, but this time they're able to rally and make the tackle before the first down. So now we're under 30 seconds to go, and Miami hurrying to the line again. Andrews, another quick throw over the middle, first down. Blake Collins has a 5-yard reception. Now 19 seconds as they preserve the timeout for a possible field goal attempt in a couple of seconds. There's Andrews looking again on 1st and 10, swinging it to the side. And Avila makes the catch, but he doesn't run out of bounds. And now we're inside of 10 seconds. And are they going to try and snap it again? And they do just before the clock expires. Throws it underneath Collins for 5, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be the end of the first half. And what a first half it was as Miami leads USC 14-10.
Yeah, they end the half with a little bit their most questionable decision of the game. They could have called the timeout, took the easy 3 points there. That's going to be something that we're going to have to look forward to as we go forward in this game, is how that plays out in the later stages.
So right now, the 2 biggest plays of the game, the interception in the end zone and the timeout that they didn't call, that right there is at least a 10-point swing in this ball game. So we'll have to see how that plays out, like you said, down the stretch.
Yeah, but besides that, both defenses are just playing phenomenal, and I'm really impressed by the front 7 of USC. They're putting tremendous pressure on the quarterback. You got guys like Coda Black and Cletus Quackenbush. They've been living in the backfield all night long.
So if you look, rushing yards are almost even, but the passing yards, Miami 191 to USC's 143. Miami has also forced the 1 turnover like we've talked about. But really, after that first drive where Miami opened it up and torched the defense, it's been very well played by the Trojans.
Yeah, both teams have come into this game, and they know that their offense is about passing, as evident by the stats we've seen so far. And so these defenses are responding to that and just shutting these receivers down so far.
So here we go to the second half, and it's fielded at the goal line and brought out just across the 20. Arian Adams, 23-yard return, and that's where the Trojans will set up their offense to start the second half.
Yeah, and if you're USC, seeing what Miami failed to do at the end of this half, the last half, you want to go out, you want to score 7 here and take that lead.
And there's a good start as Banks throws it across the middle. That's Elijah Frazee again. So Frazee having a good game, 6 catches so far in this one.
Yeah, Frazee's working one-on-one against the cornerback Jack King there. He beats his man off the line of scrimmage. He makes the in cut on the slant, gets a step ahead of him, and that's a nice and easy first down for USC.
There we go, ball on the 39-yard line, and the Trojans looking to take the lead. A quick wide receiver screen, and they will get one. Again, Frazee, his 7th catch, but that one not going to gain him much on the yardage.
Yeah, and like I said earlier in the night, screens aren't necessarily meant to break out big gains. They're meant to force the defense to play closer to the line of scrimmage and set up these deep passing attempts.
And there we go, throwing it down the sideline and going to be caught but out of bounds. So it comes up 3rd and 9 for the Trojan offense.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Baines just led his receiver a step too much, out of bounds. Now we're in a 3rd and long situation.
Back to pass again underneath, and he's not going to be able to get to the first down. Roberts with another reception, his 5th, but the Red Hawk defense swarms and forces a punt.
Yeah, and as we get ready for this punt, we have another update from Twitch as quarterback Jake Brummer connects with RJ Bennett in double coverage to give the Bowling Green Falcons a 17-14 lead over Oregon.
So it sounds like we've got 2 great games to close out the week, and Javon Bell on the return, setting up Miami for their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, now Miami, their defense did the job, got them the ball back. Now Miami's got to capitalize on it here and extend this lead.
So back to throw, and again over the middle, Titus Moore, that's 16 yards. So Curtis Andrews coming out throwing in the second half once again. He's 19 of 24, breaks the 200-yard mark, and we've still got a lot of ball game left to play.
Yeah, and USC went cover 3 there, so Andrews found the nice soft spot in the seam between the 2 safeties that were playing deep and was able to pick up a big chunk yardage gain right there.
So 1st and 10 on the Trojan side of midfield. Tries to throw the wheel route, and it was well covered, and he throws it over the head of his intended receiver.
Yeah, and he had to let go of that one early because Cletus Quackenbush was breathing down his neck from the second that ball was snapped.
A quick draw play, and ran into the back of his lineman, it looked like, backed him up, and Eric Miller takes advantage and makes the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, Eric Miller is going to get credit with that tackle. There was actually 2 USC guys right there. What ended up happening is the lineman was pushed so far back that the running back had no choice but to step outside and into that tackle.
So 3rd and 15, and hit as he throws, and that is going to be an incomplete pass. Curtis Andrews just able to get that one off.
Yeah, that's Coda Black with the hit right there. Tremendous pressure coming from straight up the middle and forces that incompletion.
So Coda Black has been in the backfield a lot, and that's going to be a big play on this drive, and that's going to set the Trojans up now, 1st and 10 at the 25.
Yeah, and it was a good punt to pin them back. They're only on their 25, so they don't get good field position out of this. So USC has a long field to go if they want to put up points here.
Baines again to the far side, and that is Samuel Stern, caught for a 1st down, out to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and it was a good job by Stern fighting through some contact to be able to pick up that 1st down. He got an extra 2 or 3 yards after the first hit.
And a quick throw, and he's fighting for extra yards, Case Blazer, and he gets 10 on the carry, or on the reception, excuse me, and it looked like he was going to be stopped for maybe a gain of 5. He did a great job fighting forward.
Yeah, these USC receivers are showing a lot of heart, really putting their heads down and embracing the contact and getting the extra yardage.
Another quick throw, and this is Lindy, and a good stick to make it to stop quickly, but it's another 1st down for the Trojans.
Yeah, right now, Miami is running a lot of zone. USC is really exploiting that and hitting some of these underneath routes that are going for some significant yardage as they pick up another 1st down just on a nice little out route.
So the ball mark just across the midfield stripe, 1st and 10 for the Trojans. This is up the middle, and Roberts is stopped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Evan Bruno gets in there and makes the tackle.
Yeah, Evan Bruno read that perfectly, came out of his linebacker position, played downhill, and was able to make the stop in the backfield.
So again in the shotgun for Baines. 2nd down and 12 for the Trojans. Setting up another screen pass, and this time they've got room, and Roberts ridden out of bounds after a gain of 8. It'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, it was a good job because Miami was in zone coverage there, so these linemen were able to get out and operate in space against corners and safeties as opposed to who they're normally used to going against with the D tackles and defensive ends.
And now they're going to go to the read option, and Baines is going to put his head down and get himself 5 and a 1st down. A great call on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and it was a good job by Baines just reading the defensive end. He has a lot of experience doing that. He made the right call and picked up the 1st down.
So a tight bunch formation to the top of the screen, and they're going to go that way. And this is caught for a 1st, or close to a 1st down. Ray Guerrero gets himself 9 on his 4th catch of the night.
Yeah, and Guerrero was working against the linebacker, Evan Bruno. Bruno thought that Guerrero was going to carry that a bit more outside. Guerrero put his foot in the ground, turned upfield, and was able to beat Bruno for 9 yards.
And again, they're going to go option, and he's going to be drugged down after a couple, but it is good enough for a 1st down as Baines gets there.
Yeah, it was a good job of knowing where the sticks was, what the line to gain was, and being able to pick that up for a new set of downs.
But now they're going to go back to the air. All kinds of time. Finally, the pocket collapses and he's hit from behind. And that is Titus Thompson coming in and making a pass breakup.
Yeah, it's going to be credited as a pass breakup, but USC's lucky that that wasn't a fumble there.
So now to the air, and this is a good catch. Case Blazer on the sideline doing a little toe tap on the nice little corner route from the inside receiver position, it looks like.
Yeah, he was lined up in the slot there. He was working against the safety, Bradley Davis. He made his cut, and he had a step ahead of Davis. It was a perfect throw by Baines right there to the sideline.
Back to the shotgun, a receiver in motion from right to left. Now he comes back to the backfield. They're going to run a little triple option look, and this is Blazer right up the middle, and he's going to get a yard.
Yeah, he had the big catch. Now he gets to come in the backfield and take a carry. Unfortunately, he was only able to pick up one.
So USC sets up for a 2nd and goal, and they're going to scramble, and Baines didn't sit back there very long, decided to take off, and he doesn't get anywhere.
Yeah, and that's the defensive tackle. Eric Trenton is going to trip Baines up by the shoestrings, make him lose his balance. He's going to get credit for a sack on that one.
So it's 3rd and goal here for USC from just inside the 10. Baines with a little bit of time. Now he's rushed. He gets the pass off, and Case Blazer, another big catch on this drive, this one for a 10-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it was a good job of Baines sticking in the pocket and stepping up to deliver the throw, even though he knew he was going to get nailed on that play. Terrific touchdown by USC.
So as we set up for the extra point, Oregon has tied it up with a field goal. It's 17-all with Bowling Green, but the Falcons are driving. So the extra point here makes it 17-14 USC, 3:57 to go, 3rd quarter, and that was a great drive by USC to retake the lead.
Yeah, USC did it all. They worked well on the ground. They worked well through the air to be able to put up the 7 points. This 3-point lead, we got to start looking at it. How much does that factor of Miami not taking the field goal at the end of the first half factor in here?
And you look at Baines' stats from half to half, and of course we're only a few minutes into the second half. He's going to have another big night. So here we go. Miami trying to answer, and Andrews taking off. He's got room to run in a little bit of a foot race, and he's drugged down just short of the midfield stripe. So Curtis Andrews, a big run there to get the Red Hawks going on their drive.
Yeah, and Andrews isn't somebody that you would traditionally think of as being able to take off and run, but he showed his legs on that play. All his receivers were covered. He saw the lane, he took it, and picked up a huge gain.
So he picks up Miami's 13th first down of the night, and he sets them up at their own 48. 3 receiver set, 2 tight ends. And this is going to be a draw play, but that is going nowhere. Avila shut down in the backfield. Coda Black again, he's living in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, and he's just feasting on this Miami center tonight. He's beating him in a multitude of ways with the bull rush, with the rips and the swim moves, and like you said, just living in the backfield here tonight.
So 5 wide now for Miami. He's going to swing it near side. That's Blake Collins, and they're not going to get anything on that one. So it's going to be 3rd and 11, and not a position you want to be.
Yeah, Miami hasn't had the best of luck here on 3rd down. Once again, facing a 3rd and long. They have to figure something out here.
So again, 3 wide receivers in this set. He's going to go long down the sideline into double coverage in case Blazer is going to knock that one away. So he has a touchdown on the offensive drive, and then he makes the big play on 3rd down on defense.
Yeah, Case Blazer and Arian Adams both there on double coverage. That one was a questionable throw. He's lucky it wasn't picked off.
Tried to force something on 3rd down. It didn't work out for him. They'll punt it away, and he kicks it out of bounds to avoid the big return. So total yardage, 273 to 259 USC, but only translating into a 3-point lead. This is the game that we expected at the start.
Yeah, we were expecting a tight defensive battle, and here we are. Both defenses showing out and limiting these chances for points.
So the first down play goes to Elijah Frazee, and again, a big catch for the receiver, his 8th of the night, and another first down for the Trojans as they look to build on their 3-point lead.
Yeah, we get an update from our second broadcast of the night over on Twitch as Oregon and Bowling Green going into the 4th tied at 17 apiece. That game is once again live on Twitch as we speak.
So again, Baines back to throw, and he's going to throw it out there to the side, and he breaks the tackle down the sideline. Caught at the 10. That's Case Blazer, a 42-yard pickup, and it looked like they had him hemmed in on the sideline. He gets away and makes a big run after the catch.
Yeah, and that play was set up by the blocking. We see Stern out in front of Blazer. Blazer doing a good job of shaking off one tackle, but that blocking by Stern right there on the sideline is what really sprung that for the huge gain.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10. It looks like they may be able to pick up another first down. Option play. Baines in the backfield is going to be dropped by Titus Thompson. So that option play they've done a good job that has the Miami defense of reading that and stopping it.
Yeah, Thompson once again recognizing the play and stepping up to make a huge play in the backfield.
So second down and 12, and they're going to run the read option, and they don't have this one stopped. This is going to be Thrasher Baines to the end zone, and USC has extended their lead.
Yeah, and that's what Baines has the experience doing last year in the triple option. He knows his way around the end zone, especially with his feet. Read the defensive end, pulled the ball, and picked up the big touchdown for USC.
And speaking of big touchdowns, Juice Jammer snags a touchdown pass from 12 yards out, and Oregon has a lead in that one over on Twitch, 24-17.
Yeah, they have a good game going over there. We have a good game over here, as now USC up by 10. Miami needs to take this drive, and they need to put up points on this one right here.
This is definitely a big drive. If they don't come away with something here, it could start to get out of hand. As Javon Bell gets it out to the 20, and that's where Miami will start it with 1:56 to go, third quarter.
Yeah, we've got to see Miami start to air it out. Go back to what they did on their first drive, their first two drives here in this game, because that's where their success is.
Well, here they're going to try the read option, and Curtis Andrews, who had the big scramble last drive, gets 8 on this one. He's carried it 6 times for 33 yards, and he has him set up at second and short right now.
Yeah, and it's a good job of picking up the positive yardage and getting into a very favorable down and distance here on second down.
Now they go play fake, and he's going to throw it. And he comes near side, and a great catch. Kalana Haddock, and again, his 5th catch of the night, and a tap in the toes to get that one in there for the first down.
Yeah, and it was a great route by Adop. Just a corner route. It looked like it was triple coverage. However, none of those defenders were able to get there in time. Perfectly placed ball for the first down.
Andrews dropped it in the bucket there, and he's going to go back to the read option, and he is going to get back to the line of scrimmage before he is met rudely by Jacob Cobb, and it'll be second and 10.
Yeah, it was a great job by Cobb recognizing the play, realizing that Miami likes to do that zone read on first down. He was able to sniff that one out really quick.
So now back to the air. They're going to set up another screen. And this is Avila, and he's going to lose 3. A great play by Coda Black. So he's been in the backfield, and this time he has to chase him down, but the big fella's got enough athleticism to do it.
Yeah, Coda Black. It originally looked like he was supposed to rush on that play. He saw the screen, and instead of rushing, he was able to keep up step for step and blow that screen up before it even started.
So third and 13 for the Red Hawks. And again, looked like they were trying to set up a screen again, and this one does not work. Eric Miller flies through and gets the sack, and now the Red Hawks will have to punt, already down 10.
Yeah, and USC is smelling the blood in the water as Eric Miller just beat his man off the edge. Huge sack to force the punt right here.
And if you're Andrews, you got to throw that at the feet of your running back if you're setting up a screen. You know you don't have any blocking in front of you. Instead, he takes a big hit. And the Trojans are going to have good field position out near midfield.
Yeah, great field position, really close to the midfield line. They're already up 10. This is the kill shot right here if you're USC. You put up a touchdown here, let your defense do the work from here on out.
So here we go, ball on their own 48, 3 receivers set. Tight end is going to come in motion to the near side. Baines back to pass, he's got time, he's over the middle and complete again. Samuel Stern for 7, and that may be the last play of the third quarter.
Yeah, it was a good job just working against the zone coverage, finding the underneath hole in the zone there.
Well, they're going to rush to the line and try and get another one off. Let's see if they get the snap off. They will not, and so we will go to the fourth quarter. USC 24, Miami 14. And as we head to the fourth quarter, we're going to update you on the game on Twitch. Bowling Green hits a 42-yard field goal. So they now trail 24-20 midway through the fourth. That one's setting up for a great finish over there.
Yeah, and so are we here as USC up 10 with a chance to put a kill shot here on this drive.
But Roberts trying to stretch it to the right side. He's going to be taken down by Titus Thompson right at the line of scrimmage. So third down and 4, and this may be the biggest play for the Red Hawk defense tonight.
Yeah, their defense really has to stop them here, pick the ball back up for their offense.
And they are not going to be able to do that as Roberts squirts through the hole and picks up 7, so just enough for the first down. And the Trojans keep moving inside the 40 now.
Yeah, the Trojans' offensive line had a great push on that play, allowing the holes to open for that first down there.
So now Baines back to the air, near side. Nice little pitch and catch there, and it picks up 4 to Ryan Lindy.
Yeah, it's a good job of finding the soft spot in the defense once again. When Miami goes into zones, Baines has been able to pick them apart.
So again to the running game, and a great stiff arm by Roberts, and he's going to get himself a couple extra yards there and pick up 8 and another first down, and the Trojans now driving and grinding some clock.
Yeah, this is exactly what you're looking for if you're the Trojans, is seeing them grind this clock down as they drive towards the end zone. A touchdown here makes this almost insurmountable for Miami.
If you can hold them to a field goal, it's still a 2-score game, but you can't give up a touchdown. And Josh Young comes in to spell Roberts, and he's got himself a 9-yard carry.
Yeah, that was a great run, just tremendous blocking once again. This USC offensive line is just opening up huge lanes for their running backs.
So USC inside the red zone again. And again, they go to the ground, and a good job swarming by this Red Hawk defense. 3rd and 1 coming up, and again, a big play for this defense.
Yeah, it was a great job preventing them from getting to the first down marker, forcing a 3rd and 1. Now can they do it again here on this play?
It's going to be a quick speed option, and Baines maybe could have pitched that one out there, but TJ Smith wrapped him up quicker than he expected, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and a field goal attempt.
Yeah, TJ Smith, definitely, he blew that play up. It looked like a receiver was supposed to come down and deliver a crackback block on the defensive end. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen as Baines got in the backfield too quickly.
Well, Miami does what they needed to do there. They held to a field goal as Tommy Knights knocks home another one. 27-14. Miami now needs a touchdown on this drive.
Yeah, it's now only a 13-point game, so it's 2 possessions. But like you said, Miami has to score here. They can't afford to keep punting the ball back and giving it to USC with so little time remaining here in this one.
So the freshman Curtis Adams comes out in a pressure spot here. Let's see how he responds. He's got 3 receivers in the formation. He's going to throw it over the middle and misfires there. Case Blazer was the closest player there, and he plays for the Trojans.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just looked rattled in the pocket, and there was just nothing really going on that play.
The 2nd down and 10. Andrews back to pass over the middle. He's got his running back out of the backfield. It's going to pick up 7, and it's Avila again, another catch for the running back. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, it was a good job by Andrews, not trying to do too much, just picking up some positive yardage and setting up a nice 3rd and 3 as opposed to a 3rd and long.
So as we set up this 3rd and 3, Oregon has added a field goal, and they are up by a touchdown inside of 4.5 to go in that one. And here, Andrews on the read option, breaking a couple of tackles, getting it across the 40 and a first down, and it's a hard-earned 9 yards.
Yeah, and Andrews, he hasn't looked to take the ball into his own hands and rush too much, but when he does, he's done it in crucial situations and picked up nice first downs.
This time he throws it quick over the middle. That's tight as Moore. Give him 11, give him a first down, and here come the Red Hawks trying to surmount a comeback.
Yeah, and it was a good job using the play action to freeze the defense. The linebackers have to respect the running back and get the ball, so they were frozen in their place for a second, which allowed that easy completion for the first down there.
Now 4 receivers as they split the tight end out to the top of the screen. A quick screen to Attic, and again 3 yards. And I know we say these little ones are only meant to stretch the defense, but they're going to have to start stretching them vertically here soon.
Yeah, and they could be setting up for a play right here on 2nd and a medium situation. So let's see what happens here.
And an incomplete. Ooh, Kobe Wiersma, that would have been the one that ended it if he could have held on to it. That was a pick 6, but he couldn't quite squeeze it.
Yeah, and he just read it perfectly. Like you said, if he holds on to it, we're looking at 6 points on the board for the Trojans.
So again, 3 receivers in the formation. And Andrews is going to scramble, and we've got a flag on the play, and that could be a big face mask right here.
Yeah, it looks like he was taken down awkwardly, and if you're the Trojans, that's the last thing you want to do. Unfortunately, things happen, but that's going to be a huge pickup for Miami through no fault of their own.
So Coda Black in on the play again. This time he gets a hold of a face mask to help him make the tackle. Can't do that. That's 15 yards, and the Redhawks offense is marching forward now. So here we go, Andrews, and that one's knocked away by Hammond. Harry Hammond knocks that one down, and a good play there to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that one, his receiver was completely covered there. A little bit of a tough throw for Andrews. Very questionable decision on that one.
So now we go up the middle on a draw play. That's Delaney Velez. 3rd and 10 as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. And now excuse me, go ahead, James.
I was saying, now they're looking at a 3rd and long. They have not been able to hit too many of these 3rd and long situations.
Now this is a big play for the Red Hawk offense. Inside the 30, and they are going to go back to the ground. They try to fool him with the draw play, and they didn't fool anybody. Sean Bell right there to wrap him up in the backfield.
Yeah, and if you're Miami, you have to go for it here. You don't want to settle for a field goal because you're down 13. Taking a field goal does not help you right here.
So 4th and 12, and you got to get it all on this play. So here we go. He's back to pass over the middle, and there was not a receiver in the area. And the Redhawks are going to turn it over on downs. He threw that one quickly because of the pressure, and they're turning it over.
Yeah, Coda Black, once again, living in the backfield. He was the cause of that incompletion the whole way. Terrific job by the Trojans to get their offense the ball back.
So Bates going back to the air, flips a tackle. That's Ryan Lindy. He slipped 1. He gets 7. 2nd down and 3. He was knocked out of bounds. But the clock will start again as they reset the ball.
Yeah, right now the clock is USC's friends. They want to wind it down and keep this ball in bounds. They don't want to look towards the sidelines. They want to keep that clock moving.
And Elijah Frazee again. This is his 9th catch. He's over the 100-yard mark. And again, the Trojans are moving, and the clock is running.
And we get an update from Twitch as running back Nick Edwards races around the edge, scores a 10-yard touchdown for the Bowling Green Falcons. They are now tied up with Oregon at 27 apiece with just 2 minutes to play.
So a great game over there winding down. We've got a good one here still. Miami needs a big stop. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Baines, and there's a big play for the Red Hawk defense. TJ Smith getting himself a sack.
Yeah, that was a tremendous play by TJ Smith. As you see him, he just takes his offensive lineman. He doesn't even make the tackle. He just takes the lineman and sits him on Thrasher Baines' lap. And that was the end of that play right there.
Well, the Trojans have been good on 3rd down tonight, but this one's 3rd and 14. 5 receivers. Baines, completed pass, Case Blazers, so they don't get the 1st down, but the clock continues to run down towards 3.5 minutes to play in a 13-point game.
Yeah, and if you're Miami, that's about all you could have asked for to force the turnover there, or excuse me, to force the punt here, and not allowing USC to take too much time off the clock.
So this punt angled out of bounds, and Miami will take over. 3:22 to go, and again, putting it on a freshman, but he has got to make some plays here and lead Miami to a touchdown.
Yeah, and you got to see them air it out here because they can't afford to take time off this clock.
Well, there's a good start to the drive. Titus Moore picking up 15, and now we go into hurry-up mode for the Red Hawks.
And it through the air is where they were thriving at earlier today. So can USC stop their aerial attack?
A couple of broken tackles there. That's Blake Collins. That's 11 yards, bumped out of bounds. Stops the clock with the 1st down, and we've got 3:07 to go. Miami on the ball again. So here we go. Andrews again over the middle, again complete, and it's only 6 yards, so we're going to see him hustle up again, I'm sure, as they got to move quick here.
And we have a quick update from Twitch. David Anderson intercepts Oregon quarterback Jefferson Allen. Falcons taking over at their own 42 and quickly capitalizing 58-yard touchdown to put Bowling Green up with 1:22 to play over on Twitch.
Well, Colin Ryan there, 17 yards, and Miami hustling to the line of scrimmage. Got to score quickly and get the ball back. So here we go. Andrews to the air. He's got a man wide open. Brandon Wright had one stolen from him earlier tonight. This one counts, and it's got Miami back to within 7.
Yeah, that was just one-on-one coverage. He beats his man off the line of scrimmage, and there's nothing you can do to make up that lost ground. Easy touchdown. If you're Miami, this last minute has gone completely your way. You have the momentum now with all 3 timeouts and still over 2.5 minutes to go.
Well, that was a quick drive, scoring in 50 seconds, ending in the big play to Reichel. And again, 3 timeouts, 6-point game, 2.5 to go. So they will kick it deep here, but their defense is going to need to make a stop.
Yeah, this is going to be all about Miami's defense and the quarterback, Thrasher Baines, here for USC. Baines, pretty much 2 or 3 first downs ends this game. So how is he going to respond? And remember, Baines is a dual threat guy. He can use his legs and he can use his arms. He has a plethora of ways he can beat you. So this is going to be fun to watch.
I would expect to see them go to that read option and let him take over with his skills that we saw last year in this triple option system. But he has thrown for 330 yards and 2 scores. I think right now, though, with 2.5 minutes to go, you've got to keep this one on the ground.
Yeah, keeping it on the ground is your best friend if you're the Trojans.
And here they go. They do keep it on the ground. This is Roberts, and he's got himself a first down. 11 yards later, they're finally able to take him down. So 44 yards rushing for Roberts, but that's a huge gain of 11.
Yeah, it was a huge gain. The one solace you can take if you're Miami is that it was a first down, so it temporarily pauses the clock there.
So here we go, draining the play clock all the way down, and again up the middle. And now the Red Hawks are going to have to take their timeout as they get across the midfield stripe.
Yeah, now they're in desperation mode. A first down here will almost guarantee that this game is put away.
And right back to the ground. So they didn't have it early, but when they have needed it on this drive, Roberts has come up with 3 huge runs.
Yeah, and that's just him going into the huddle and saying, look, guys, put the team on my back. I'm going to seal the deal here on this drive.
Well, he's stopped for only 2 on this one. Miami uses their final timeout, so it's going to be real hard to get the ball back with any time left on the clock now.
Yeah, if they manage to stop this, they're only going to have about 30 or 40 seconds left on the clock when they can get the ball back.
Well, Roberts gets 6 there, and suddenly he's up to 77 yards rushing, and that happened quick. This drive has been Roberts' friend, and now 3rd and 2, they're going to go 5 wide.
Yeah, this is a surprising play call. Maybe Thrasher Baines is a designed quarterback run, and he's going to take off with it.
Well, doing the right thing here. The play clock now down inside of 15, and they're going to drain this one down, I suspect, almost to nothing. You don't have to snap it here until it's under a minute. So they do snap it at about 2 seconds, but they are going to throw it. Well, now he takes off. He's got the first down. He's got more to the 5. Touchdown, and that is going to put a bow on this one for USC.
Okay, Thrasher Baines sealing the deal with his legs. I don't think the coaches told him, hey, you're throwing this ball. They told him, just scan the field, tuck it, and run it. That looked like it was designed the whole way, and it leads to 6 for the Trojans.
Well, analytics says they're going to go for 2 here, but at this point, it's kind of a moot point. And this one's incomplete. Jaden Thompson knocks it down. So the Trojans with a 12-point lead and 49 seconds to play in this one.
Yeah, and as we get ready for this upcoming kickoff, we have an update on Twitch as that game went final. Bowling Green coming up with a clutch sack of Jefferson Allen to end the game and pull off the upset versus number 8 Oregon, 34-27 over on Twitch.
So we've seen a lot of good games tonight, and this one didn't disappoint either, as Miami is going to have a few seconds left to try and make it close. Well, a great kick return. Javon Bell, 46 yards. Maybe too little too late, but a great way to end this one.
Yeah, Miami is going to come out firing. They can still win this with 43 seconds left. A quick touchdown, an onside kick, another touchdown. And this game is, no telling what can happen.
Well, that play doesn't help him any. Quackenbush with a big stop in the backfield, and now Miami's going to have to rush to the line and spike the ball. 30 seconds to play. Miami's going to almost need to score right here and then get the onside kick.
Yeah, they can't waste any time in scoring if they want a chance here. If I'm if I'm the Trojans, I'm playing prevent defense, and I'm putting everybody deep.
Well, Avila rips off 15 and keeps the drive alive and keeps hope alive for the Red Hawks. So here we go, Andrews, as the clock is running again, and here we go. He gets the snap off and he throws it inside the numbers, but a good job breaking tackles. He's not going to get to the sideline. It's Avila again, but 10 seconds and counting. They're going to snap it and spike it. And 5 seconds to go, a 12-point ball game. So they'll take one last shot at the end zone.
Yeah, and they're taking this shot at the end zone as something to build on momentum-wise heading into next week, as there's pretty much nothing Miami can do here.
So here we go. Andrews going to heave it towards the end zone and see what happens. And it's batted around, incomplete, and that's going to do it. So Miami, for the second week in a row, loses a close heartbreaker.
Yeah, second week in a row that they've lost a close heartbreaker, but they can take solace in the fact that they kept up step for step with the Trojans. Thrasher Baines, really impressive performance today, showing that he can beat you up in a plethora of ways with the game-sealing rushing touchdown here today.
All right, so we'd like to thank our executive producer, Mike Peters, our associate producer, David Roy, and my broadcast partner, James Bass. My name is Nathan Murphy. On behalf of the crew, and you've been watching the CSFL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. So please join us back on Monday with the Inside Blitz podcast at 6 p.m. Central on Twitch. Good night, everybody.